Welcome to all of you. Today's session, Unit 5, Session 2, Foreign Investment and Technology Transfer Act. The latest act we have 2075. So there was, before this act, there was a Act 1992, Foreign Investment and Technology Transfer Act. It is called in short form FITA Act, FITTA, FITA Act, Foreign Investment and Technology Transfer Act. विदेशी लगानी तथा प्रविधि हस्तांतरण ऐन. So विदेशी लगानी, what do you mean by foreign investment? So foreign investment when a company or individual from one nation invests in assets or ownership stakes of a company based in another nation or country. As increased globalization in business has occurred, it's become very common for big companies to branch out and invest money in companies located in other countries. These companies may be opening up new manufacturing plants, attracted to cheaper labor, production, and fewer tax in another country. So always investor seek to that matters regarding the labor cost, production cost in the case of production oriented industries, and tax matter, labor issue. So they always look upon that matters, whether they are comfortable to invest there or whether there is feasible to establish their other countries in so related business, or invest in share, or invest or establish a new company or industries in a other country rather than their home country. So that we have seen several instances, multinational companies, international companies, industries that we can see, that we can find, and we have been so types of foreign investment. Foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investment. So mainly foreign investment, विदेशी लगानी, the forms may be different, हैन. विदेशी लगानीको form स्वरूप चाहिँ विभिन्न हुन सक्छ. Mainly that we can categorize direct investment means that the company, if company purchase a machine, plants, buildings, or there is a possibility, there is a law which allow 100% ownership. The foreigner, if would like to establish a company in Nepal, he or she can do that and can establish a company and run that company or business in Nepal. And portfolio investment, if foreigner would like to invest in that existing company which has already registered in Nepal and would like to invest in share, stock, and further there is a provision of technology transfer also. The any type of company or industries which may not allow to invest in Nepal, certain small cottage industries, certain security matters related industries which are in negative list, or the foreigner, they are not allowed to invest some of the area that is clearly stated in Industrial Enterprises Act and Foreign Investment and Technology Transfer Act that we will be dealing. So technology transfer is allowed all types of companies. भनेको प्रविधि हस्तान्तरण सम्बन्धी चाहिँ इन्भेस्टमेन्ट चाहिँ अथवा कुनै नयाँ फर्मुला, नयाँ टेक्नोलोजी, नयाँ कुनै हैन प्रविधि रिलेटेड म्याटर्सहरु चाहिँ कुनै पनि कम्पनी उद्योगमा के गर्न सकिन्छ, एग्रीमेन्ट गरेर इन्भेस्ट गर्न सकिन्छ. So it may be in the industries or companies which is allowed to invest in by foreign or which are not allowed to invest, but technology transfer चाहिँ सबैमा गर्न सकिन्छ. Okay, so mainly there are two types of investment: foreign direct investment and portfolio investment. So foreign investment refers to the investment in domestic companies and assets of another company by a foreign investor. So large multinational corporations will seek new opportunity for economic growth by opening branches and expanding their investment in other countries. Foreign direct investment includes the long-term physical investment made by a company in a foreign country, such as opening plants or purchasing buildings. Foreign direct investment involves the corporations, financial institution, and private investor that purchase share in indirect investment. So indirect investment भनेको चाहिँ portfolio investment. Direct investment भनेको उसको बिल्डिङ, मसिनरी, प्लान्ट्सहरु पर्चेज गरेर खरिद गरेर हैन गरिएको इन्भेस्टमेन्ट. अनि इनडाइरेक्ट अर पोर्टफोलियो इन्भेस्टमेन्ट भनेको चाहिँ दैट इज शेयरमा गरिएको इन्भेस्टमेन्ट. सो कमर्शियल लोन्स आर अदर forms of foreign investment, and the new act has expanded its scope. अब इन्भेस्टमेन्टको फर्म्सहरुलाई पनि डिटेलमा comprehensive रूपमा that we can find in new act. So it has several new provisions which were not stated in the previous act. So we can also name that greenfield investment and brownfield investment. So meaning are similar that you see in foreign direct investment and portfolio investment. We can also categorize it as a greenfield investment and brownfield investment. So a company establishes new business operation in a foreign country from ground up by constructing new facilities like buildings, plants, machinery, etc. And subsidiary company, suppose for example Unilever Nepal, so inward, FDI, foreign direct investment, Chaudhary Group, outward foreign direct investment. So brownfield investment is there also. You can categorize another type, that is a company invests in an existing facilities to start its operation by acquiring business assets, including controlling interest in an already existing foreign company. Merger and acquisition, joint venture, strategic. So we can take example, current example, that Ansel. So foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investment, stocks, bonds, securities. So new act has also allowed to the foreigner to establish here a mutual fund to invest in share. Share मा इन्भेस्ट गर्नको लागि पनि एउटा फन्ड, म्युचुअल फन्ड भनेर हैन पुँजी लगानी कोष भनेर खडा गर्ने अहिले नयाँ ऐनले विदेशीलाई त्यो समेत अलाउ गरेको छ. So new acts, there are several provisions that we will be dealing. So portfolio investment. Horizontal and vertical investment, foreign direct investment. So home country backward vertical foreign direct investment, host country, raw material supply, manufacturer, distributor. So manufacturer, horizontal foreign direct investment, forward vertical foreign direct investment. So we can take example here. You see Alibaba Group, Puma, and such like the Nike. These are the example. So what comprises the foreign investment that is defined and that is stated in our new laws. So foreign investment ले के लाई जनाउँछ भनेर. Who are the foreign investor? So foreign investment ले के कुरालाई जनाउँछ. So that is defined by new act also, and it has expanded its scope of foreign investment or the four forms of foreign investment. विदेशी लगानीको स्वरूप र यसको क्षेत्रलाई विस्तार गर्ने गरी अहिलेको नयाँ ऐनले व्यवस्था गरेको छ. So foreign individuals, foreign firms or companies, foreign organizations or agencies, foreign government, non-residential Nepali NRN, that is new. The provisions inserted in FITA Act, that is the latest act, which we are discussing here now. So foreign investment by definition, that is equity, share investment, reinvestment of returns, technology transfer, loan investment. So these are all comprises the foreign investor and foreign investment. Share investment in foreign currencies, fresh equity investment in cash or kinds, or acquiring equity of Nepali company, purchase existing share or assets of incorporated company. So these are the examples that you see here. Vocabulary investment from Dennis Carlberg. So mobile and cell Axiata, that is 50%, and so there is a tax issue and foreign investment issue that we will be dealing next session. एनसेल को केस त अहिले आईसीएसआईडी मा चलिरहेको छ हैन. अब ट्याक्स म्याटर को चाहिँ सेटल भयो, तर whether it is a tax matter or foreign investment, there is also a dispute, has not been settled at अहिलेसम्म त्यो आईसीएसईडी मै पेन्डिङ छ. So Nepali company issuing securities in foreign security markets, stock IPO, equity, bonds. So portfolio investment that they invest in a secondary securities markets, and अहिले जुन हामीले भन्यौ यो पुँजी लगानी कोष खडा गरेर र धितोपत्र सम्बन्धी कारोबार गर्न पनि सक्ने गरी अहिले certain provisions that we find in new act. So technology transfers, license, franchise, patent, design, trademark, formula, management. So you see here the KFC and Pizza Hut lease, financing, aircraft equipment like loan, expand industries, open branch in Nepal, reinvestment or return, venture capital fund, पुँजी लगानी कोष भनेर संयुक्त पुँजी लगानी कोष भनेर त्यो शेयरमा इन्भेस्ट गर्नको लागि कोष खडा गर्न सकिन्छ. बट this is a new provision and new practice here in Nepal. For the first time, the new act has inserted such provisions, and there are some procedures and the required documents to get the permission to establish such kind of mutual funds here in Nepal by foreigner. And industries already having foreign investment can borrow loan from foreign BFIs under project loan. Importance of foreign direct investment to firms and multinational corporations. So lower labor cost, proximity to raw materials, the investor always try to get that kind of the tax holidays country with the tax minimal tax, corporate tax, or the excise duty, custom duties, and there are several tax matters where there is a low labor cost or not, whether the labor issues, labor laws, whether the legal system and the judicial system are predictable or not. So these are the matter by which the foreigner determine their the location. Suppose like Nepal as a developing countries, yes, we have several laws supporting to or encouraging to the foreign investment in Nepal more and more. So, however, the practice that we find is not that much, the conducive or friendly environment, investment friendly environment. So, investor always try to get that whether it's a comfortable to invest there or conducive environment is there or not, and always try to minimize the cost and maximize their profit by investment. So avoid tariff and non-tariff barriers, new markets and customer base. So these are the importance of the foreign direct investments. So for countries receiving that capital, the foreign investment or foreign direct investment like Nepal as a developing country, that is a most important part, that is capital flow in the country, and which may generate more and more employment opportunities, and ultimately the national and the prosperity and the development. So technology that we new technology that the country can adapt. So there is a open market and liberal policies that we have been also adopting in Nepal, and so market exposure, employment, and of course the like Nepal as a developing countries, technology, new advanced technologies that can be adopted, that can be the invested in Nepal through agreement, technology transfer agreement, foreign direct, foreign joint venture agreements, technology transfer agreement, share purchase agreement. So there are several agreements the parties, the foreigner or domestic parties, they have to conclude and they have to submit to the DOI, Department of Industries, to get the permission or to get such a permission letter or certificate to run or to establish a business here in Nepal, and they can run the business. So there are different procedures regarding the legal procedures, getting permission and other the matters, that is while bringing that money into Nepal. So the banking channel is there, Nepal Rashtra Bank is there. So certain permission and certain procedures the parties need to follow. So foreign direct investment or foreign portfolio investment को difference चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि, these are the differences inserted here. See, so foreign direct investment refers to investment by the foreign investor to obtain substantial interest in the enterprises located in different countries. So foreign portfolio investment refers to investing in the financial assets of a foreign country, such as stocks or bonds available on an exchange. So on the basis of that role of investor, so active role we can find in foreign direct investment, passive role. So in foreign portfolio investment, types: direct investment, indirect investment, degree of control, high control, and very low control. So there may be the direct, the machine plants they purchase and establish company, or direct may control the board of directors. And here you see the share investment, just shareholders, they may be as a shareholders, and the minimal control that we find in foreign portfolio investment. Management of project, term, that is long-term investment, okay, and from investment. Management of project, efficient, comparatively less efficient. Investment has done on entry and exit, that is physical assets of foreign country and financial assets of the foreign country. हैन, यसमा बिल्डिङ, प्लान्ट, मेसिनरी कुरा भएपछि फिजिकल कुरा भयो, यसमा फाइनेन्शियल म्याटर हो. So entry and exit, difficult and relatively easy. So leads to the transfer of funds, technology, and other resources to the foreign country, capital flow to the foreign country. So risks involved, stable and volatile, not that much of stable. At any time may sell that shares or investment. Foreigner would like to sell or exit from that business, they can exit. So if we talk about the foreign direct investment, so there are positive aspect and negative aspect we can find. So each and every matters. So there we have to analyze the positive and negative aspect, pros and cons, advantage and disadvantage. Of course, that we have to analyze. So diversifies the investors' portfolios, promote stable long-term lending, provides financing to the developing countries, provides technology to the developing countries. That the positive aspect or the parts that we find in foreign direct investment. So there are some, the control or some kind of, there are different matters that we will be dealing in IP season also, intellectual property, patent, design and trademark, and other matters we'll be dealing in separate session. So of course, if there is a kind of direct investment and there is a direct control and the resource mobilization and other internal matters that we have Nepali as a unique characters, and the unique, the areas, local areas, small cottage industries and micro industries that we have, which has been running utilizing the local resource, typical, traditional resource, the knowledge and expertise, so handicraft and other, carpet and other industries that we have our own identity, that okay, maybe the challengeable or risk matters, that is if the foreign direct investment control and all that matters. So we have to look upon the negative aspect, some of the matters, but ultimately, like Nepal as a developing countries, we have much more, we can get much more benefit, so including the capital flow and other market expansion and other technology, new technology and advancement for the prosperity and the development of the nation. Of course, that there are many more, the advantages that we can get, but some of the matters which are also need to take into account by the government, that is not okay. So investor may have in the less moral attachment unethical access to the local markets, and not suitable for strategically important industries. So these are also the sensitive matters, some of the securities matters, some of the local industries and their own identity that we find in Nepal and Nepali products. So there are some cons side, okay? So pros and cons that we have to analyze. So here I have inserted the areas which are not allowed to invest by foreigner, or foreign investment is not allowed, not permission granted, or negative list for foreign investment. So non-permissible areas: cottage industries, professional service business, arms and ammunition industries, explosive gunpowder, industries related to the radioactive materials, real estate business excluding construction industries, motion pictures business produced in the language of the nations, security printing, currencies and coinage business, retail business, catering service, money changer, remittance, internal courier service, consultancy service, management, accounting, engineering, legal, maximum 51 in investment. Okay, so 49 and 51. So poultry, fisheries, beekeeping, fruits, vegetable, dairy, atomic energies, hair cutting, driving, processing of foods, grains and rent, local catering service, rural tourism, micro and cottage entrepreneurship. So accept these list that you also find in Schedule of FITA Act and Schedule of Industrial Enterprises Act. Enterprises in औद्योगिक व्यवसाय यो विदेशी लगानी तथा प्रविधि हस्तान्तरण ऐनको अनुसूचीमा तपाईले यो नेगेटिभ लिस्टहरुको विदेशी लगानी खुला नगरिएका उद्योगहरु भनेर, so you can find the last of that act है. मैले यो FITA Act and Industrial Enterprises Act I have already uploaded in iLaw, right? That you can find from there. So approving agencies and procedures. अब विदेशी लगानी गर्ने व्यक्तिले कसरी विदेशी लगानी ल्याउन सक्छ र त्यो अनुमति लिने प्रक्रिया के छ? विदेशी लगानी गर्ने व्यक्तिले अथवा कुनै एन्टिटी अथवा पर्सन इन्डिभिजुअल हैन, if they would like, if the foreigner would like to invest in Nepal, so the certain procedures and steps they need to follow, and there is a provision, new provision, as we had already discussed, that single export service center भनेको एकल बिन्दु सेवा केन्द्र भनेर अहिले सञ्चालनमा आइरहेको उद्योग विभाग अन्तर्गतको एउटा सेक्सन डिपार्टमेन्ट भनौं छ, जसले एउटै ठाउँबाट विदेशी लगानीकर्ता, विदेशी लगानीमा एस्टाब्लिश हुने कम्पनी, विदेशी लगानीकर्ताले they need not to visit here and there, they can get all the service, registration, permission, so visa facilities, all they get from that one place, that is single service center. That is also a provision, the provision inserted in FITA Act. यो औद्योगिक व्यवसाय ऐनमा पनि त्यो एकल बिन्दु सेवा केन्द्रको व्यवस्था छ र यो विदेशी लगानी तथा प्रविधि हस्तान्तरण ऐन अहिले जुन नयाँ ऐन हामी डिस्कस गरिरहेछौँ त्यसमा पनि त्यो केन्द्रको व्यवस्था छ। त्यो केन्द्रले सबै सर्भिसहरू जस्तै ट्याक्सको दर्ता गर्ने, कम्पनीको दर्ता गर्ने, भिसाको, अनि त्यस पछाडि स्वीकृति गर्ने, भनौँ न लगानी स्वीकृति गर्ने हैन, अनि श्रम स्वीकृति लेबरको जुन छ रिक्रुट गर्नु पर्यो विदेशी इम्प्लोइहरू भने त्यो बेलामा, अनि आइएइए वातावरणीय प्रभाव मूल्याङ्कनको विषय, उद्योग विभागबाट अब जस्तै उद्योग विभागमा दर्ता हुने कुरा, त्यस पछाडि राष्ट्र बैंकबाट स्वीकृति लिने जुन छ नि फरेन इन्भेस्टमेन्टको सिलसिलामा पैसा ल्याउनको लागि। So all the facilities has been providing from that place that is under the DOI हैन, डिपार्टमेन्ट अफ इन्डस्ट्री अन्तर्गत यो एकल बिन्दु सेवा केन्द्र मार्फत उपलब्ध गराइने सेवाहरू भनेर। सो that is enlisted in section 23 of the FITA Act 23। अब अहिले हामी के हेरिरहेछौँ भने दर्ता गर्ने निकाय र प्रक्रिया हैन, विदेशी लगानी बाट नेपालमा। सो they may establish fresh new 100% ownership company or establish in Nepal, or they can invest in share or technology transfer हुन सक्छ, expertise हुन सक्छ। Okay, so there are many more areas and forms that is defined by the law. So if having the investment size fixed capital more than 10 billion, investors should submit application before the Investment Board of Nepal, and approval can be granted by the same authorities. If having investment size more than 2 billion or less than 10 billion, investors should submit application before Department of Industry and approval authority for such investment industrial and investment promotion board. Less than 2 billion investors submitted application for DOI, so an approval can be granted by Director General of DOI. So these are the approving agencies. And in case of large scale companies, right, जस्तै औद्योगिक व्यवसाय एन्ड र विदेशी लगानी तथा प्रविधि हस्तान्तरण ऐनले पनि 6 अर्बभन्दा माथिको 6 अर्बसम्मको विदेशी लगानीको स्वीकृति चाहिँ विभागले दिन्छ हैन, डिपार्टमेन्टले। सो मोर देन दैट देयर इज अ विदेशी लगानी को स्वीकृतिको लागि लगानी बोर्ड, इन्भेस्टमेन्ट बोर्ड इज देयर, which is chaired by Prime Minister of Nepal भनौं न। सो त्यो चाहिँ एउटा ठुलो स्केलको, जस्तै फास्ट ट्र्याक रोडहरू भन्छौँ हामी हैन, अनि एयरपोर्ट, अरु ठुलो प्रोजेक्टहरू जुन चाहिँ इन्भेस्टमेन्ट बोर्ड चाहिँ लार्ज स्केलको छ। सो नेशनल लेभलको प्रोजेक्टहरू छ, त्यस्तोलाई चाहिँ बोर्डले, इन्भेस्टमेन्ट बोर्डले अनुमति दिनुपर्छ। सो द जुरिस्डिक्सन comes under the investment board. Okay? So there is a ceiling 6 arab and less and more than that 6 अर्बसम्मको चाहिँ विभागबाटै हुने भनेको DOI। सो अब विदेशीले नेपालमा लगानी गर्दाखेरि, सो फर्स्ट अफ अल they have to enter into the joint venture, share purchase or the share purchase and joint venture SPJVA agreement उनीहरूले कन्क्लुड गर्नुपर्छ, सम्पन्न गर्नुपर्छ। त्यसपछि they have to submit with applications, so required documents, so application form of foreign investment, form A. So these form and the details that you find investment manual भनेर एउटा manual निकालेको छ। So investment Department of Industries ले that you can find in website, also Department of Industries को website मा पनि राखिएको छ, तर so it has not updated है। I think अब 2016 को राखिएको छ, त्यहाँ अहिलेको नयाँ ल मा धेरै चेन्ज आइसकेको छ। as per that law that we have to follow, and certain additional documents or required documents which has already stated in that manual they have to edit that, and additional documents need to be submitted, right, as per new law. So project report. So these are the required documents, the joint venture agreement, project report, plan of action पनि सहितको चाहियो. So copy of passport and biodata, participant is a foreign national, copy of company registration certificate and company profile if participant is a company, copy of citizenship if participant is local, minute of board meeting of the recipient companies. अब हामीले विदेशीले नेपालमा लगानी र यदि एक्जिस्टिङ कम्पनीमा गर्ने भने त्यो कम्पनीमा कति गर्ने भन्ने कुराको निर्णय बोर्ड माइन्डेड पनि दिनुपर्ने हुन्छ. सो सर्टिफाइड कपी अफ पावर अफ एटर्नी. सो पावर अफ एटर्नी अख्तियार प्राप्त व्यक्तिबाट पनि काम गराउन सकिन्छ. अरू रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभ त्यो चाहिँ डकुमेन्ट सहित देखाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ कि विदेशीको प्रतिनिधि आधिकारिक अथोराइज्ड रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभ is there, and he or she has to produce the documents, power of attorney and the related required documents. And financial credibility certificate of foreign investor provided by the bank, recommendation from other authorities where applicable. So foreign investment in existing industries by share transfer. अब शेयरमा इन्भेस्टमेन्ट गर्नुपर्ने छ भने चाहिँ शेयर ट्रान्सफरबाट. सो एप्लिकेसन फर्म, इन्भेस्टमेन्ट प्लान एन्ड एक्सन प्लान, सर्टिफाइड कपी अफ इन्डस्ट्री रेजिस्ट्रेसन सर्टिफिकेट. अब उद्योग कम्पनी दर्ता गरिसकेको, किनभने उद्योगमा अहिले कम्पल्सरी द्याट वी ह्याड अलरेडी डिस्कस हैन, कम्पनी दर्ता गरेपछि सो रिक्वेस्ट फर द शेयर ट्रान्सफर, शेयर पर्चेज एन्ड सेल्स डिड्सको कुरा हुन्छ अग्रिमेन्ट बेसमा, जुन अग्रिमेन्टमा शेयर पर्चेज अग्रिमेन्टमा डिटेलमा शेयर पर्सन, शेयरको बोर्ड स्ट्रक्चरमा को कति जना बस्ने, कसरी प्रतिनिधित्व गर्ने, ओके. सो शेयर पर्चेज अग्रिमेन्ट इन डिटेलमा देयर आर डिफरेन्ट क्लजेस हैन रिगार्डिङ दिस. डिस्प्युट भन्दैछु सेटलमेन्टको कुराहरु सबै हुन्छ हैन त्यो डकुमेन्ट. शेयर ट्रान्सफर अग्रिमेन्ट, कपी अफ पासपोर्ट एन्ड बायोडाटा अफ फरेन पार्टीज इफ पार्टी इज इन्डिभिजुअल. सो इन्डिभिजुअलको केसमा पासपोर्ट र उसको बायोडाटा चाहियो भने कम्पनीको केसमा कम्पनीको प्रोफाइल अनि फन्डामेन्टल डकुमेन्ट्स, ओके. त्यो भनेको उसको सर्टिफिकेट, इनकर्पोरेसन सर्टिफिकेट है. सो कपी अफ इनकर्पोरेसन सर्टिफिकेट, प्रोफाइल, अथोरिटी लेटर्स, फाइनेन्शियल क्रेडिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट एन्ड करेन्ट शेयर होल्डर्स लिस्ट एज सर्टिफाइड बाइ द कम्पनी रजिस्ट्रार अफिस बाइ द कम्पनी इटसेल्फ. भनेको कम्पनीको शेयरमा लगानी गर्दैछ नि हैन, त्यो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ उसको एक्जिस्टिङ शेयर होल्डर्सको लिस्ट के छ, अहिलेको दर्ता, शेयर लगत र त्यसको कपी, ओके. सो दिज आर द डकुमेन्ट्स. फरेन इन्भेस्टमेन्ट इन टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफर. अब विदेशी लगानी जुन प्रविधि हस्तान्तरण सम्बन्धी लगानी चाहिँ कुनै पनि उद्योग कम्पनीमा गर्न सकिन्छ. जुन हामीले वी हैव जस्ट डिस्कस्ड हैन, अहिले हामी भर्खरै डिस्कस गर्यौं नि नेगेटिभ लिस्ट, द एरियाज व्हिच आर नट पर्मिसिबल टु इन्भेस्ट बाइ द फरेनर. सो त्यस्तोमा पनि प्रविधिको चाहिँ हस्तान्तरण गर्न सकिन्छ. प्रविधि टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफर चाहिँ इन्भेस्ट गर्न सकिन्छ, अथवा कुनै नयाँ टेक्नोलोजी फर्मुला हैन, सो केही छ भने त्यो लोकल इन्डस्ट्रीजहरुमा जुन पर्मिसिबल छैन त्योमा पनि that can be done. So technology transfer is open for all types of companies and industries, that you have to understand. And the process is also they require documents. There must be the agreement for and foremost, technology transfer agreements, and they have to produce it three or five copies. Okay, so one copy they put there in record, and one copy parties then they can take, and certified copy. So they have to produce their citizenship certificate of local parties, or certificates of incorporation, including memorandum association, article association if local party is a company. So company copy of passport of foreign parties, as you see, or सबैमा common required documents सबैमा एउटै छ एडिसनल जस्तै शेयर ट्रान्सफरकोमा छ भने शेयर ट्रान्सफर अग्रिमेन्टको कुरा आयो सो टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफरको जोइन्ट भेन्चर अग्रिमेन्टको कुरा आयो हैन सो त्यहाँ प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट प्लान फ्याक्सनको कुराहरू चाहिँ के छ इन्भेस्टमेन्टकोमा जोइन्ट भेन्चर अथवा शेयर पर्चेज इन्भेस्टमेन्टमा आयो भने टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफरमा चाहिँ यी अरु कमन डकुमेन्ट्स र टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफर अग्रिमेन्ट्स ओके दिज आर द रिक्वायर्ड डकुमेन्ट्स एन्ड अथोरिटी लेटर्स पावर अफ एटर्नी दिन सक्ने भयो हैन सो अथोराइज्ड रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभ अपॉइन्ट गरेर प्रोसेस गर्न सक्ने भयो दिज आर द required documents. So this is a flow chart that is the stated in manual 2016 है 2016 को manual मा चाहिँ यो राखेको छ 2 बिलियन भनेर त्यो 2 बिलियन को चाहिँ अब अहिले यदि 6 बिलियन को हामीले कुरा गर्यौं नि 6 अर्ब भन्दा माथिको चाहिँ त्यो लगानी बोर्डमा जाने भयो हैन हाम्रो लगानी बोर्ड सम्बन्धी सेपरेट एक्ट that we have and लगानी board which is chaired by the prime minister and there are other ministerial secretary of ministry and other government representation and private sector representation. The formation of board is there and the process under the DOI को कुरा गरिरहेको छ है डिपार्टमेन्ट अफ इन्डस्ट्रिज मा फलो हुने प्रोसेस एप्लिकेसन रिक्वायर्ड डकुमेन्ट्स सबै अट्याच गर्नुपर्यो जुन हामीले अहिले डिस्कस गर्यौं नि हैन त्यसपछि अप्रुभ गर्ने प्रोसेस छ हैन डाइरेक्टर जनरल देयर आर डिफरेन्ट डिपार्टमेन्ट अब विदेशी लगानी प्रविधि हेर्ने डिपार्टमेन्ट एन्ड अब त्यसको शाखा महाशाखा भनौं डिपार्टमेन्ट अन्तर्गतकै छ त्यसपछि अब कम्पनी रजिस्ट्रेसनको प्रोसेस त सकेको हुनु पर्यो हैन इन्डस्ट्रीज दर्ता सर्टिफिकेट हैन सो यो सबै डकुमेन्ट्सहरु राखेर अनि फाइनली अप्रुभड बाइ द इफ इट इज अप्रुभड अनि त्यहाँ सर्टेन फिजहरु कलेक्ट गर्नु पर्यो डिपोजिट गर्नु पर्यो देन फाइनली अप्रुभल पाउनुहुन्छ है दैट इज यु फाइन्ड दिस चार्ट हैन यो प्रक्रियाको चार्ट चाहिँ तपाईले म्यानुअलमा पनि पाउनुहुन्छ दैट इज the uploaded in DOI website but it has not updated है जस्तो अपडेट अहिलेको ल अनुसार नयाँ अपडेट गरिसकेको छैन I have already checked and the required documents additional documents and process the chart the प्रक्रिया चाहिँ त्यही नै हो फलो गर्ने तर अपडेटेड गरिसकेको अवस्था छैन I didn't find that है I have already checked सो त्यसैले प्रक्रिया के गर्नु पर्यो भन्दाखेरि विदेशी लगानी कुन एरियामा हुने भएन भन्ने कुरा एउटा पार्ट होइन सो लोकल इन्डस्ट्रीजहरुमा परमिसन छैन सिक्युरिटीज म्याटर रिलेटेड इन्डस्ट्रीजहरुमा छैन हैन र त्यो बाहेक अरु जुन लिस्टमा राखिएको बाहेकको अरु एरियामा इन्भेस्ट गर्न सक्ने भो त्यसमा फरेन डाइरेक्ट इन्भेस्टमेन्ट पनि हुन सक्ने भो पोर्टफोलियो इन्भेस्टमेन्ट हुन सक्ने भो र अल टाइप्स अफ इन्डस्ट्रीज एन्ड कम्पनीमा चाहिँ टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफरको इन्भेस्ट गर्न सक्ने भो सो प्रक्रिया डकुमेन्ट्सहरु that I have already just explained here and so once the application submit the application with the required documentation at the registration unit it goes to the director general who then forward is to the FDI director the documents are assessed by the officer and staff at the FDI section the application is presented in the FDI approval committees so copies of project reports must be sent to the license director and the technical director prior to meeting. The members of the committee study the documents, discuss it objectively and express their concern if any. Even if there are concern expressed or other documents to be received, the applications are generally recommended for final approval with the condition that concern are addressed and document receipts. Once all the conditions are fulfilled, the application is sent to the Director General for the final approvals. It takes 5 weeks for the FDI approval for the application's date from the application date. So, भन्नु चाहिँ यो टाइम बाउन्ड प्रोसेस that हामीले अघि यो भन्दा अगाडिको सेसनमा इन्डस्ट्रियल एन्टरप्राइज एक्टमा पनि हेर्यौं रजिस्ट्रेसनको टाइम बाउन्ड प्रोसेस तर प्र्याक्टिसमा चाहिँ त्यस्तो छैन वी डोन्ट ह्याभ है सो यो you find we have to face, the foreign investor or Nepali domestic investor, they have to face different difficulties and inconvenience situations, and they have not been getting time, since the law has explicitly stated the time bound process, but in practice that we don't have. So regarding the visa, अब business visa लिने documents requirements, feasibility study को लागि, business visa को लागि foreigner ले certain documents attach गरेर अब त्यो visa अब सक्यो भने extension को लागि कुरा भयो, पहिला लिने कुरा भयो के. So required documents that these are for business visa. So application form, component of registration certificate, proof showing that investment made in industries, copy of passport with last visa. So progress report of industry including current status, contract address and telephone number of investor, foreign investor approval letter for first time application, certificate of relationship with the dependents. अब उनले आफ्नो परिवारको अथवा परिवारको सदस्य प्रतिनिधि हैन लाई पनि के गर्न सक्छ, राख्न सक्छ भन्ने अहिलेको विदेशी लगानी तथा प्रविधि हस्तान्तरण ऐनले व्यवस्था गरेको छ. So परिवारको सदस्य, who is the member of the family, which has not clearly not defined here, but it comprises अब भनौं न husband wife होला, उसको बच्चा होला हैन. So that is the families, definition of families that we find in other laws, current laws. So non-tourist visa, these are the for carrying out feasibility studies. Application form, brief description of the proposed project in which research and study will be undertaken. Copy of citizenship certificate of Nepalese investor if proposed industry is going to be established as a joint venture. Biodata of the applicant, copy of passport with the last visa. These are the required documents. Non-tourist visa for expatriate. So application form, copy of the agreement between the industries and expertise, progress report of industries, biodata, expertise personal describing the experience in related industries and academic certificates, copy of a passport of expertise last visas, name list of workers who will be trained from the expertise of BDC export or employee. So there is a provisions of recruiting the foreign export or national in the industries or companies that can be done, but following the procedures and the requirement which are fulfilled, and the concerned authorities grant the permission, work or permit, and the activities that can be undertaken by the foreign nationals. So legal environment of the foreign investment and technology transfer, that is the FITA Act, foreign investment and technology transfer, that is the technology transfer comprises patent, design, trademark, goodwill, formula and process, users license, know-how sharing, franchise, use of technical knowledge, decay, foreign technical advisors, management and marketing service provider or other technical knowledge or skill. So it has widely covered the technology transfer. So not just only the machine or the new technology, but it has comprises all skill, expertise, know-how, सबै कुरालाई यसले समेटेको छ अहिलेको न्यू एक्टले. फरेन इन्भेस्टर that we have already discussed, यो इन्डिभिजुअल पनि हुन सक्ने भयो, एनआरएन पनि हुन सक्ने भयो, इन्टरनेशनल अर्गनाइजेसन, इन्डिभिजुअल्स, कम्पनी, अर्गनाइजेसन, so institutional investor. So forms of foreign investment. As per the law has defined the different forms. अब विदेशी लगानी नेपालमा ल्याउने अथवा विदेशी लगानीको स्वरूपहरू हैन. So investment in equity or parts and machinery, that is stated in section 5. So related section that you have to visit है यो विदेशी लगानी तथा प्रविधि हस्तान्तरण 2075 और फिटा एक्ट 2019 को रिलेटेड सेक्सन. यो विदेशी लगानीको विदेशीको प्रकार चाहिँ एउटा के भन्दाखेरि यसको टाइप्स भने फर्म्स भनेको चाहिँ कुन कुन तरिकाबाट कसरी लगानी गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने फर्म्स, यसको स्वरूप, यसको डिफरेन्ट के भन्ने फर्म दैट इज डिफरेन्ट. एन्ड हामीले हेर्यौं लगानी एउटा फरेन डाइरेक्ट इन्भेस्टमेन्ट, अर्को पोर्टफोलियो इन्भेस्टमेन्ट. एउटा चाहिँ मसिन बिल्डिङ्स हैन र फिजिकल उसमा इन्भेस्ट गर्ने कुरा, अर्को चाहिँ इक्विटी शेयर स्टकमा इन्भेस्ट गर्ने कुरा हैन. सो यहाँनेर लले द ल हैज क्लियरली स्टेटेड इन डिफरेन्ट फर्म्स इन डिफरेन्ट सेक्सन्स, सेक्सन 5, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 सम्म you can find that you have to visit. भनेको ट्रान्सफर अफ टेक्नोलोजी, नो हाउ, so how to operate such different kinds of machinery, equipment हैन. सो नेपाली एक्सपर्टले त्यसलाई ह्यान्डल गर्न नसक्छन्, त्यसैले विदेशीलाई के गर्न सक्छ, रिक्रुट गर्न सक्छ कम्पनी इन्डस्ट्रिजले टु ह्यान्डल द्याट मसिन अर टेक्नोलोजी. सो लिज फाइनेन्स पनि द्याट इज अनदर फर्म अफ फरेन इन्भेस्टमेन्ट मेड इन फर्म अफ लोन. So reinvestment, user license, venture capital, technical knowledge, trading in securities markets, and management and marketing. So franchise, patent, trademark and design, or goodwill as skill. So IP rights also. These are the different forms. So volume of investment. So विदेशीले कति लगानी गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने मिनिमम चाहिँ तोकिएको छ, मैक्सिमम it has not defined, that is open, right? How much they would like to invest, they can invest as per law, but there are some limitations there that may be confined by the law, that may be confined by the government by publishing notice. So maximum limit चाहिँ, minimum limit चाहिँ पहिला 20,000 थियो before the act, new act $20,000 थियो भने अहिले सो 5 करोड है, 5 करोड चाहिँ एटलिस्ट हुनुपर्छ. ओके, सो टाइमलाइन फर द इन्भेस्टमेन्ट विल बी स्पेसिफाइड इन द रेगुलेसन. अप्रुभल विल बी रिभोक्ड इफ इन्भेस्टमेन्ट इज नट अन्डरटेकन विदिन द टाइम स्पेसिफाइड विदाउट रिजनेबल कज. अब त्यो अप्रुभल भइसकेको कम्तीमा नि 2 वर्षभित्र चाहिँ त्यो लगानी कमिट गरेको कुरा लगानी गरिसक्नुपर्छ भन्ने व्यवस्था गरिएको छ यसको बाइलज रेगुलेसनमा. we have also a regulation, that regulation I have already uploaded in iLearn, right, that you can find there. So what banks accounts can investor open? The investor can open Nepali rupees account in licensed bank institution in Nepal. However, opening a foreign currency account will require approval from the NRB. That is also facilities they can operate. And in case of the Indian currencies चाहिँ directly Indian currency लाई चाहिँ अहिलेको नयाँ लले इन्डियनहरुले गर्ने इन्डियन करेन्सीको लागि चाहिँ डाइरेक्टली नै इन्डियन करेन्सीमा नै कन्भर्टेबल नगरिकन पनि लगानी गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने व्यवस्था गरेको छ नयाँले है. सो नयाँ ऐनले. सो टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफर, that is the subject matter of technology transfer. Technology is related as a commercial goods. Technology is owned by the investor or the discovered. Nobody is allowed to use that technology without his or permission. It is related with the intellectual and industrial property. So once the investor invent or the person who research, who suppose that there is a patent, trademark and design हैन, कुनै नयाँ कुरा नयाँ इन्भेन्सन कसैले गर्छ भने त्यो उसको परमिसन बिना युज गर्न सकिँदैन भन्छ. तर इफ इट इज अ पब्लिक प्रपर्टी other hand, that we can analyze as an intellectual property, of course, certain, the royalties, certain, the benefits, of course, that the person who invent that new formula, new invention goes to that person. But if it is a public property, then that can be used and utilized, and that is by the persons or any entity or industries. That is another matters of the aspect that we can analyze. So the patent, trademark and design. Trademark, design र patent को दर्ताको फेरि छुट्टै ऐन छ, that we will be discuss next session regarding this. And here that you have to understand the technology transfer भित्र चाहिँ जस्तै टेक्नोलोजी को ट्रान्सफर गर्दाखेरिको मोडालिटिज, कसरी ट्रान्सफर हुन्छ टेक्नोलोजी को, र द वे, हैन, विभिन्न लेभलमा, भने गभर्नमेन्ट लेभलमा पनि हुन सक्ने भयो, मल्टिनेसनल कम्पनीको लेभलमा हुन सक्ने भयो, र अर्गनाइजेसन लेभलमा पनि हुन सक्ने भयो, हैन. सो टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफर, the interest of technology transfer is economic development, increase production, increase and the use of the natural resource to provide the employment. So modes of technology transfer: buyer and seller are involved, TT. Legal relationship between the transfer and transfer is essentially contractual in nature. So main types of TT are sale or assignment of IP rights, license, know-how, contract, franchise, acquisition of capital goods, and management and marketing contract. So channel चाहिँ यो channel of TT भनेको टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफर को च्यानल चाहिँ गभर्नमेन्ट लेभलमा पनि हुन सक्ने हो, मल्टिनेसनल कम्पनी, फर्म, अर्गनाइजेसन. ओके, सो इट मे बी. सो 100% ओनरशिप मेड पोसिबल भनेको फरेन इन्भेस्टमेन्टलाई चाहिँ 100% नै सम्म नै भनेको नयाँ फ्रेस नयाँ इन्डस्ट्रिज र कम्पनी स्टाब्लिश गर्न पनि अलाउ छ नेपाल. टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफर चाहिँ सबै एरियामा अलाउ छ, द्याट वी ह्याभ अलरेडी डिस्कस. नो नेसनलाइजेसन, कम्पनी अथवा इन्डस्ट्रिजलाई, फरेन इन्भेस्टमेन्टको इन्डस्ट्रिजलाई नेसनलाइजेसन, राष्ट्रियकरण गरिँदैन. ओके, सो देयर इज अ एस्युरेन्स अफ नन नेसनलाइजेसन. नेसनल ट्रिटमेन्ट एन्ड इन्डस्ट्रियल सेक्युरिटिज. सो नेपालले थुप्रै बिपादेखि लिएर थुप्रै के भन्छ सेक्युरिटिज, इन्भेस्टमेन्ट सेक्युरिटिज रिलेटेड कन्ट्र्याक्ट अथवा मल्टिनेसनल इन्टरनेसनल ट्रिटिज एन्ड कन्भेन्सनहरुमा सिग्नेचर गरेको छ. ओके, सो इन्टर्ड द्याट नेपाल इन्टर्ड एज अलरेडी इन्टर्ड इन द्याट डिफरेन्ट कन्ट्र्याक्ट्स एन्ड ट्रिटिज. सो देयर इज अ नेसनल ट्रिटमेन्टको चाहिँ कुरा that you find in section 30, 28, 23 and 38 मा तपाईले जसरी the national or domestic industries which are treated in the same way, in a similar manner that foreign investment company or industries should be treated, हैन. जसरी नेपालीको नेपालमा स्थापित कम्पनीहरुलाई ट्रिट गरिन्छ त्यसरी नै राष्ट्रिय कम्पनी, नेपालको कम्पनी सर नै विदेशी कम्पनी, विदेशी लगानीको कम्पनीलाई पनि व्यवहार गर्ने. दैट इज अ लीगल प्रोभिजन्स एन्ड एस्युरेन्स. सो प्र्याक्टिस इज डिफरेन्ट, हैन. प्र्याक्टिसमा चाहिँ हाम्रो त्यति देखिरहेको पाइदैन. सो लॉ सेज दैट. सो कैन कंपनीज विथ फरेन इन्वेस्टमेन्ट borrow money from their parents company or foreign banks? So companies with foreign investment can only borrow from local sources and foreign banks and financial institutions. FITA does not allow companies with foreign investment to borrow money from foreign parents companies. Recommendation from Ministry of the Industries and approval from NRB is required to borrow money from foreign banks, that is the banking channel. And the Nepal Rashtra Bank is a regulatory body and the body authority that grant the permission to borrow or to bring the money from foreigners into Nepal. So how can investor repatriate earnings or gains from sales of their shares? The FITA allows investor to repatriate भनेको आफ्नो earnings, आफ्नो profit लाई home country मा so get back to their home country, that is repatriate भनेको that is okay. So profit, earnings, proceeds of sales of shares, and also proceeds of liquidation and the amounts recovered from legal proceedings which are allowed but not clearly in the previous legislation. Investor, however, will have to evidence that they have complied with laws, agreements, and obligations in order to allow to repatriate. This is the very difficult text in the law is bound to create a more uncertainty and discourage foreign investment. In addition to this, applicable taxes should also be paid. Approval is required from the approving authorities and Nepal Rashtra Bank for each repatriation. So त्यति सजिलो छैन भने रिपाट्रिएसन को लागि अप्रुभल जसले रजिस्ट्रेसन को अथवा इन्भेस्टमेन्ट को अप्रुभल दियो DOI एन्ड रिलेटेड डिपार्टमेन्ट सो उसैबाट अप्रुभल लिने र नेपाल राष्ट्र बैंकबाट पनि त्यो प्रक्रिया पूरा गरेपछि अप्रुभल पर्मिसन भएपछि मात्रै फिर्ता लैजान पाइन्छ. ओके, सो इट्स नट अ इजी टास्क, त्यति इजी सजिलो छैन. सो न्यू लॉ हैज tried to make it the conducive or the ease provisions, but this is a new practice. So let's see the practice or the how the legal provisions the authorities applies हैन. सो हामीले हेर्नै बाँकी छ कतिपय नयाँ प्रोभिजनहरु चाहिँ अब अथोरिटीजहरुले कन्सर्न अथोरिटीजहरुले त्यसलाई कसरी लिन्छन् र कसरी फंक्शनल बनाउँछन्. ओके, सो what obligations are imposed on the investor? Investor have the obligation to notify change in ownership of holding companies, shareholders, and pay tax applicable on change in ownership. Bring investment amount in the prescribed time period, that is maximum 2 years. Right? There is also a breakdown. This percent 70% भन्ने छ दुईटा रेगुलेसन मा र 70% चाहिँ तपाईले प्रमोसन के रे यो अपरेसन सुरु गर्नु भन्दा अगाडि लिइसक्नु पर्छ. अपरेसन गरिसकेपछि तपाईले सुरु गरिसकेपछि विथ रिपोर्ट विथ प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट तपाईले 30% भनेको टोटल विदिन 2 इयर्स हैन. एन्ड देयर इज अ ब्रेकडाउन 1 इयर्स एन्ड एडिशनल 1 इयर्स टोटल 2 इयर्स. सो प्रेस्क्राइब टाइम लिमिट भित्र ल्याएन भने चाहिँ के हुन्छ? So permission may be revoked. हैन, त्यो permission नै revoked हुन्छ, cancel हुन्छ. So the foreign investor approval grant under the FITA may be revoked if the investor does not make an investment within the prescribed period without reasonable justification. The investor breaches the acts, regulations, or any condition imposed during the approval after fulfilling procedures set out in the regulations. So non-business visa, that is visa facilities हामीले हेरिसक्यौं हैन. सो लेबर एक्ट र वर्क परमिट को विषयमा वर्क टेन्युर को विषयमा विदेशीलाई काम गर्न दिने नेपालमा रिक्रुट गर्ने नेपाली कम्पनीमा नेपालको कम्पनीमा विदेशी लगानी कम्पनीमा रिक्रुट गर्ने प्रोभिजन्स को बारेमा देयर आर द कन्ट्राडिक्सन प्रोभिजन दैट वी फाइन्ड है. मैक्सिमम 7 इयर्स को त्यहाँ हामीले हिजोको इन्डस्ट्रियल इन्टरप्राइजेस एक्ट को डिस्कसन अस्तिको लास्ट सेसनमा पनि हेर्यौं र लेबर एक्टले सर्टेन प्रोभिजन्स देयर इज अ कन्ट्राडिक्सन है दैट द लज नीड टु बी अमेन्डेड एन्ड नीड टु कम्प्याटिबल विथ द इन्डस्ट्रियल इन्टरप्राइजेस एक्ट. औद्योगिक व्यवसाय अन्डर लेबर एक्ट को बीचमा चाहिँ कन्सिस्टेन्सी हुनु आवश्यक छ है. सो देयर इज अ provision. So sector allowed भन्ने कुरा त्यो चाहिँ अब जस्तै अघि हामीले हेर्यौं नि परमिसन जुन नन परमिसेबल एरिया भनेर हामीले लिस्ट गरेको छ नि त्यो बाहेक अरु सबै एरिया चाहिँ अलाउड हुन्छ हैन फरेन इन्भेस्टमेन्टको लागि. सो डिस्प्युट सेटलमेन्ट प्रोभिजन इज also there in section 40. Section 40 को सब सेक्सन 1 देखि 7 सम्म that we find. If any dispute arises between a foreign investor, national investor, or domestic investor, or the concerned industries, the concerned parties shall be required to सो डिस्प्युट सेटलमेन्टको प्रक्रियाको लागि चाहिँ एउटा चाहिँ म्युचुअल कन्सल्टेसनबाट सो म्युचुअल कन्सल्टेसनबाट भएन भने within 45 days there is a provision the resolving that dispute if the provision stated in agreement मा लेखिएको कुरा छ भने चाहिँ त्यही अनुसार हुने भयो हैन सो यदि छैन भने चाहिँ पहिला कन्सिलिएसन र कन्सल्टेसन म्युचुअल कन्सल्टेसनबाट त्यसपछि त्योबाट पनि भएन भने so if the dispute could be resolved in such a way that parties need to give notice to the approval granting authorities अब यदि कन्क्लुड भयो भने सम्पन्न भयो भने त्यो जानकारी दिनु पर्यो भनेको DOI लाई जुन जसले पहिला रजिस्ट्रेसन दर्ताको लागि अथवा अप्रुभल दिनको लागि जुन अथोरिटीले DOI ले ग्रान्ट गरेको छ त्यसैलाई जानकारी दिनु if the agreement done pursuant to subsection 2 has no provision regarding the dispute settlement then the dispute shall be resolved according to the law relating to the arbitration यदि त्यसमा लेखिएको छैन भने चाहिँ arbitration law is there separate law so arbitration को unsi trial rule applicable हुन्छ र unsi trial rule को धेरै provisions हरु हाम्रो arbitration act हामीले हेरिसक्यौं हैन arbitration act 2000 अनि यसको arbitration को प्रक्रिया चाहिँ कहाँ हुन्छ काठमाडौँमा र एप्लिकेबल ल नेप्लिज ल हुन्छ भन्ने that is a provisions clearly stated in case of not having agreement relating to the dispute resolution or insufficient provisions यदि त्यो कन्ट्र्याक्टमा चाहिँ त्यो डिस्प्युट रिजोल्युसन को प्रक्रिया अथवा कुनै व्यवस्थाहरु गरिएको छैन भने चाहिँ डिस्प्युट भइसकेपछि पनि the parties may set such kind of provisions and agreement हैन they may enter into that agreement and they need to follow to conclude to resolve that dispute so dispute लाई समाधान गर्ने विवादलाई समाधान गर्ने कुनै छुट्टै agreement they may also enter into the agreement after arising that dispute so विवाद आउनु भन्दा अगाडि छैन भने छ भने त्यही अनुसार भयो छैन भने म्युचुअल कन्सल्टेसन र त्यसपछि भएन भने arbitration rule र यदि विवाद आइसकेपछि पनि if the parties would like to enter into the contract to settle a dispute in such a amicable manner or peaceful manner they can insert such a provisions and enter into the contract and they have to follow and they can settle their dispute accordingly so these are all for today's if you have any question queries concern regarding to this session so you have to visit yes I have already discussed that we had already discussed that Industries Enterprises Act को हामीले हेरिसक्यौं अब फिटा एक्ट र इन्डस्ट्रियल इन्टरप्राइजेस एक्टको केही प्रोभिजन्सहरू जस्तै पर्मिसेबल नन पर्मिसेबल एरिया इन्डस्ट्रिज रेजिस्ट्रेसनको सँग सम्बन्धित कुराहरू चाहिँ द्याट यु हेभ टु भिजिट हैन दुईटैलाई सँगसँगै राखेर हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ 2076 औद्योगिक व्यवसाय ऐन र विदेशी लगानी तथा प्रविधि हस्तान्तरण ऐन and related legal provisions which I have inserted here in slides that you have to visit है त्यो चाहिँ एकचोटि हेर्नु होला सबै. So these are all. If you have any queries, questions, and if you would like to have comprehensive knowledge and the process, different departments, their functional aspect and organizational structure, that if you would like to have knowledge, then you can visit www.doi.gov.mp website of DOI and company's website also you can visit. Okay. Hello.
Okay, sir.
केही छ क्वेशनहरु केही छ कन्सर्न तपाईहरुको बुझिरहनु भएको छ
छैन सर हजुर सर
Okay, thank you. See you all of you. Have a good Friday, nice day. See you on Monday है अब हाम्रो. Okay, so